They say this is a big rich town. Yeah, I just come from the poet's bar. Bite like city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. If I mess up, please forgive me. This is my shit. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to make this good because I'm doing this on my lunch break and I got my food waiting for me. Okay. All right, so we'll give a little recap. Tarik has been rescued by Kanan and Ghost. The ADA team is all suspended and they need to get their jobs back. Tommy is now Hefe. All right, so let's get right into it. Ghost and Tarik are on the train home. Tarik is looking very sullen. Tarik is looking like, I lost my best friend. Yo, deadass Kanan was his best friend right now. He don't have no other friends. Who else does he talk to? All the other white boys he was playing games with, he was using them. So clearly they're not friends, like friends. Kanan was his best friend. Okay? Tommy is back and he learns about the robbery. Big dude talking about it was Ghost. So Tommy talks to Ghost and he's like, look, I gotta talk to you now. Tarik sees Tommy and he like falls into his arms. It looked like Tarik has a bigger connection or a stronger connection to Tommy than to Ghost. Tommy learns about the fact that Kanan was the one who kidnapped Tarik. Ghost learns about the fact that Kanan kidnapped him before, but it was when he was in jail, so they didn't want to worry him. But he came back, so they didn't think that it was actually Kanan. Tarik lies about the fact that Dre knew that Kanan was alive. I feel like the fact that he didn't tell on Dre is some shit that Kanan taught him. Like, don't be snitching. I don't give a fuck who you talking to. Don't be snitching. John is being very smug. They're reviewing all their involvement in the case with Lobos, Ghost, all of that. Angie gonna have the damn nerve to say she thinks that John is just as responsible as the rest of them. I wish John had gave her a quick, bitch, what? If you don't get your old loose pussy bitch ass out of here, fuck. Ghost and Tarik are home and Tarik snaps on Tasha talking about cause Tasha gonna come up like, tell me where you were at, boy, and don't lie to me. And Tarik talking about, you lied to me. That Pan Ben came out and gonna tell his wife, you had one job. Oh, really? One job? Now, granted, she don't got no fucking job. She ain't out there working, getting a paycheck. But taking care of kids is a fucking job, okay? I don't give a fuck if you got your ass beat and you couldn't walk. Nigga, you should have been bobbing and weaving. Fuck out of here. And you was getting beat up by Charlie Murphy's skinny ass. Whatever. Tasha gonna say, we in this because you dipped your dick in that fed bitch. Okay? True. He is such a dickhead. He trying to act like Angie, this situation with Angie had nothing to do with it. You already know that you being with Angie had everything to do with this. Tommy told you. Proctor told you. You had flashbacks of that shit when you first got arrested. Stern is telling Ghost that he has to do a national interview to proclaim his innocence. Now, I don't know any time that a guilty motherfucker going on national TV has ever been good. Look what OJ did. Talking about if I did it. If you don't take a cue from OJ, Ghost, if you don't, man, please. Tommy is with Dre and Tommy pulls a gun on Dre because he's like, nigga, you knew Kanan was alive. Dre claims that he didn't know anything about it. Slightly believable to Tommy, but Tommy is very suspect of him anyway. They find Julio's car and inside the warehouse they find Julio dead. They know that it was the Toros Locos. Yo, anytime I say Toros Locos, I think about that taco from Taco Bell. Isn't it like something Locos? Doritos Locos? I don't know, but Toros Locos remind me of Taco Bell. So anyways, they saw that the tattoo was cut off of Julio's neck, so they know that it was a Toros kill. Dre is looking mad because he told them specifically, don't make it look like a Toros Locos kill. Tommy tells Dre to put him somewhere nice. And Dre gonna whisper to Julio, talking about, I win, motherfucker. Like, that's what you think. Tasha and Reina are talking, and Reina got mad questions. Reina is not following with the bullshit. Tasha is trying to play her like a baby, and Reina gets mad. So Tasha tells her the fact that they got to stay away from Keenan, trying to describe him like he's got burnt arms, and Tarik was caught up with some bad people. Here you go again. You're not telling them the whole story. She overheard her early in the morning talking about, I told you you should have killed Kanan 10 years ago like I told you. Now, and then at the end, she like, now be a good snitch for mommy. Sandoval and Saxe are now trying to pin the shit on Black Donovan to John Mack. Now, clearly it's Mike that's, pushing through with this accusatory campaign, trying to accuse just everybody other than himself, of course. Like, what's he gonna do? That's what he's supposed to do. Black Donovan is meeting with Angie, and she wants him to do some investigating because he's the only person that's still at least on desk duty. Everybody else is suspended. They have no clearance or whatever. Black Donovan, like, I got a family to support. And Angie talking about, I do too. Like, bitch, what you mean? Your family because they didn't get an education? That's not Black Donovan's responsibility. She's so steady trying to make herself feel like she's going through the same shit everybody else is. You're not. If Black Donovan, Saxe, Mike had did anything like she did, I'm sure the problems would have been much greater than what she's had to experience. Terry Silver is talking to Tasha, saying that the interview was a bad idea. Clearly. He's telling Tasha that he doesn't want to represent her husband anymore. And she talking about, I need you. So then he's like, okay, all right, well, I'll be there for you. Now, does anybody think that this progression into them, like, doing a booty, don't you think that kind of went a little fast? Now, they've shared a couple glances. It was like a little touch they had, but I just feel like this episode rushed it a lot for me. If Tasha don't get her fucking pussy out of a ghost employee list, I'm really about sick of this shit. Now, she is a single woman, kind of, but just because he cheated on you doesn't mean that you keep fucking his associates. I don't know. That shit just makes it so much more complicated. Like, you gotta go find elsewhere dick. You can't be finding in-house dick that's connected to your husband. You're doing too much, Tasha. You're doing too fucking much. Get out the house. Go see the world. Entourage attorney and Ghost are talking, and he tells Ghost that Tommy killed Markham in my house. He's trying to reassure him that the tape is destroyed, but Ghost is not believing that. He tells Proctor that he needs to get his house clean again and again to make sure that there's no evidence there. The Toros Locos give Tommy some dude who is innocent. They beat his ass and basically tell Tommy that they're giving him the kill. Tommy's like, oh, thank you, shoots him in the head, and he like, you think I'm about to believe that my nigga Julio was taken down by this little bitch-ass nigga right here? Nah, I trained my nigga right. So Greyfade from the Toros Locos is trying to make it seem like this is the dude that has something to do with it. Tommy's like, all right, well, now I need back the territory that we gave you for Julio. So he's like, oh, no, we can't do that. He's like, yo, you do that or I'm going to shoot you in your head right now. He's like, he going to have to talk to the Jimenezes. So Tommy's like, yeah, all right, get it done. Because this ain't over. Because we gave y'all something for Julio, and now Julio's dead, and we know y'all took him out, so y'all gonna give us that shit back. We see, and I cannot wait to see their story. Diego and Alicia Jimenez, they going to visit this dude named Mason. Mason is sniffing a product off of the coffee table. If anybody, there was this show on HBO, I think. Was it HBO? Called Cappadocia or I think it's Cappadocia. It was this Spanish speaking prison show. It was a women's prison show. That shit puts Orange is the New Black to shame. Yo, that shit was banging. That show was so good. It was set in like Mexico, I believe. And the woman who was Alicia played the lead person. It was like showing her life, and then she had a good life, and then she was arrested, and I cannot remember what she went to jail for, but that show, oh my God. Oh, I'm about to go check on the Fire Stick and see if that shit is on there. Yo, that show was good. Mason has been using a product, and it's a problem for them. Apparently somebody was an informant, and it looks like it was Mason's wife who was snitching. So they empty some coke on the table, and they like, yo, sniff that or we killing your wife and your baby. So Mason goes sniffing that coke till he basically has the overdose. They kill his wife, and Alicia takes the baby. John is with Sax, and John is asking Sax why he met with Markham. Sax tells him, like, well, he had evidence that had to do with Ghost and Tommy or whatever, that whole situation. We're to the interview with Ghost, and that shit just sounds... I feel like that whole scene was unnecessary. The fact that the children were there while they're speaking on the affair made it so awkward and unrealistic to me. I feel like if anything, the children would be asked to leave during that time, or I don't know. That shit just didn't seem real. And prior to the interview, if I was Tasha, I would say, don't bring up that affair shit in front of my kids. Period. We're at Angie's house, and Black Donovan thinks that Sax could be the mole. I want to see Sax and all his fetishes. I'd like to actually see him in action, because I just want to see it. I want to see what he's into. Like, he might be into some BDSM type shit. And I see Sax as being like the sub. I really do. Like, I feel like he like to get whipped, choked, tied up. Dre and Tarik are together, and basically Tarik telling him, drop the bullshit. They having a conversation about Kanan. He knows his parents set up his best friend, and he is not happy about it. And Tarik is telling everybody, like, I ain't scared. Like, clearly... He tells Jamie later that he wasn't scared. He was like, he saved my life. And he also makes it seem to Tarik that he doesn't know any reason why Kanan would be mad at him, knowing good and well what he did. But Jamie is just such a dumbass. Like, he just thinks that he can control people by withholding information. Basically, that's what he does. Tommy is meeting with the Jimenez siblings, and he says that he always assumed that it was the Jimenez brothers. He's talking to Alicia and Diego. They learn from Tommy that he is the one who killed Lobos. They didn't even know that the assassination attempt on Lobos in jail did not work. So they are shocked to learn that Tommy is the one who killed him. So Tommy like, y'all should be thanking me. So this is what I need. I need y'all to give me my corners back for the territory because of what the fuck y'all did. And Gray Fade over here trying to chime in. Alicia talking about, cállate, pendejo. Ghost is with Tarik, and he's playing a video game. He talking about, that doesn't bother you after seeing what happened to Jukebox? Like, clearly, nigga, no. He asked him how he met Kanan. He's still lying to him, and... you know, he's not saying that Dre had anything to do with it. And like I said, Jamie is lying, saying that he had no fault into why Kanan was in prison. Now, here we go to another random ass scene. And I feel like Did anybody hear about how 50 was mad that they put that episode, last week's episode, into one? Like, it was supposed to be a two-parter. And I'm feeling like there was some shit we missed about the progression of Tasha and Terry's relationship. So we had a random ass scene where Terry and Tasha singing karaoke. The shit looked real stupid to me because I'm like, y'all going out? Y'all chilling with a group of friends? Like, who the fuck are these other friends? Are these Terry's friends? And just so that we could hear Tasha singing, she blew, but the shit just looked like it didn't fit in the scene. It didn't fit in the episode to me. John is talking to Mike, and I feel like John, with his little sexy, sultry self, with his little dickhead persona, I feel like he is questioning Mike. He's looking at Mike like, I don't know about you. Jamie has a new ring for Tasha. We find out in the interview that Tasha says she sold it for bail money, which I believe she sold it prior to needing the bail money. I could be wrong. Listen, I forget a lot of shit, y'all. I swear to God. I forget so much shit. I've seen every episode, but I don't be remembering everything, you know? He gave her this little speech about the ring. He talking about, I gave you this ring before because you made me a better criminal. Excuse me? Nigga, you take this fucking ring and I'll put it on when we get out the cab. Save your little speech and get the fuck in the shower. They're meeting at True's. Stern is introducing him to some new motherfuckers. This one dude is talking about building in Manhattan. Jamie seems to have a attitude like he wants to build closer to the hood, and I'm like, nigga, you haven't been back to the hood since you dipped out. So let's not have this attitude that you care about the people that you left behind, because you don't. Tarik is asking Tommy, did you help put Kanan in jail with my dad? Tommy basically just has to say, like, I don't know nothing about that. I didn't know anything about it. Tarik is asking him if he killed people and sold drugs too. Tommy is like, listen, that's not my truth to tell. Talk to your father about it. But Tarik does try to talk to his father, and his father gives him the fucking runaround like he's an idiot. Like, your son just watched somebody murdered. Your son has been running around with Kanan for God knows how long, and you sit up here still with the bullshit. Oh, I'm so sick of his ass. Tommy tells Tarik, listen, whatever Kanan said, he's not a good guy. And Tarik says it's hard to tell who's good and who's bad anymore. He just felt like Kanan was so honest with him, and his father is lying. So he's looking at it like Kanan probably was the good guy and his dad is the bad guy. At the soiree that Stern planned, we finally see Lorenz Tate. We've been waiting for him. Like, damn, I didn't think he was going to finally come on episode 7. But Lorenz Tate finally shows his fucking well-preserved ass face. Lorenz looking good as hell. And his name is Rashad Tate. Like, y'all could have been a little more creative. Mr. Tate advises Ghost that Stern is not the one to be trusted, but Ghost already knows that. Tasha got him in this bullshit, and I want to know why the fuck she did it. I need to know why she did it. There's a reason, and are we going to find out on the last episode, or are we going to find out next season? Tarik is in his room getting fucked up. He is looking completely wasted. He look out of it. His eyes is closed. He laughing. He going through the motions, right? Reina comes in with the bullshit. And you know, it's like when you high and somebody come in with the, like, soberness. Like, no, don't come at me so quick with your sober shit. Reina is trying to give him some inspiration, talking about we got to keep dad out of jail, blah, blah, blah. Tarik, like, I don't give a fuck if dad goes back to jail. Reina has this idea that they should go to school in Connecticut. And Tarik, like, I ain't trying to go to your white-ass nerd school. I'm like, fuck, Tarik, you already going to a white-ass school. When have we seen any black classmates at Tarik and Reina's school? Y'all are the only black people, so you should be used to this. And y'all live in Connecticut, and it is dead ass just like that. I mean, there is parts of Connecticut that are hood as fuck, and then there are parts of Connecticut where they got multi-million-dollar homes and everybody is at a boarding school, or people have nannies and all of that shit. Tarik says, listen, our dad was a drug dealer. He killed people. Mom was into that shit too. Reina admits to the fact that she heard Tasha telling Ghost that he should have killed Kanan like 10 years ago. Reina keep doing the talking, and Tarik just get pissed and he push her little ass out the door. I thought Tarik was about to bust her ass. I thought he was going to smack the shit out of her, punch her in the face. I'm glad he only pushed out the door and slammed that shit on her. Mike is sneaking up to Black Donovan's house with a gun. He got the gun with the silencer. Mike is going upstairs to Black Donovan's house with a gun on the silencer. Black Donovan's daughter answers the door and his plan is quickly changed. So Angie and Black Donovan are looking at the tape, the surveillance footage from Truth. They're talking about who was where, who went upstairs. They look at the footage and they see Mike Sandoval, the one walking up the steps. Then they get a knock at the door. Black Donovan is a little scared, so he goes to hold his gun. It's Sax at the door. Sax is like, can we talk? Yeah, because I'm feeling like Black Donovan is the person. Mike is building a case against him, and I'm feeling like it could be a possibility. Angie's like, really? And she opens the door to see Black Donovan sitting on the couch. Sax like, did you hear that? He's like, yeah. It looks like the crew has got a mystery to solve. And Scooby-Doo, be ready for your act. Don't hold back. And Scooby-Doo, if you come through, you're gonna have yourself a Scooby snack. That was my shit, y'all. Don't judge me. We got Tasha and Terry are having this little conversation. It looked like Tasha just went over to his place. Since when does Tasha know where Terry lives? When has Tasha ever been to his house that she just comes in like... I feel like we missed that in the last episode. We missed that part because I feel like their closeness must have been chopped. Like, they must have cut that out and thought we didn't need that. But yes, we fucking did. And I feel like y'all disrespected Tasha by not giving us a little more of her storyline, a little more of how her and Terry came to be this close. I just feel like that was missing. And I bet they shot scenes that had to do with it and they cut them out. She's saying that she don't want to be this. She don't want to be his wife. Imagine if I met you first. If you met Terry first, you would have thought he was an offie nigga. You that type of bitch. You feel like if a nigga ain't pulling a gun, if a nigga ain't putting in work, then he ain't no man. So if you had met him back in the day, you would have dissed the shit out of him. Shut the fuck up, Tasha. Why is you even saying dumb shit? So he could get in the puss? Whatever. So they end up getting down, and I was here for it. Yes, that was good. That was good. It was good. It was much better than Lala's sex scenes. Tasha really needs to get out more because she needs to finally find somebody who's not employed by her husband to give her some good dick. But I feel like Tasha was just like, shit, I ain't had no good dick since Sean died. Give that to me, Terry Silver. Give me that good educated dick. Give me that scholar dick. Give me that Esquire dick. Give me that 401k dick. And Ghost and Tommy are giving each other the updates on what's going on. He gives Tommy the phone. You gotta call Teresi. Ghost is not happy about how Proctor handled the body or the recording. John and Entourage Attorney are in front of his building, and he's telling him, like, why are you protecting these people? Why are you still protecting these people and they're not your clients? The last call that Markham made was to you, and his cell phone pinged right near your house. So Entourage Attorney is like, my nigga, I don't know what to tell you. John is like, you know they gonna kill you. You think you safe? Tommy calls Teresi. Long story short, he the pappy, y'all. He the pappy. Says, listen, I'm your dad. You're my son. Met Kate while she was a stripper at the Tropic in Atlantic City. Tommy was like, motherfucker, my father is dead. Tommy's like, look, I did the call. I made the call. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I wonder what's going to become of this. And then he says how he had a thing for redheads. Tommy was like, that is my daddy. That's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. It is raining like a motherfucker. And football is still not canceled. So it's the life of a football parent. You know? Well, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you later for another review of something else. Peace out.